俺のやり方。
兄上のためならば。
この地やすやすとは渡さんぞ。
兄上のため私も力を尽くします。
この俺を止めようとて無駄よ。
いざ任務を果たせ。行くぞ。
How's it going? Downloading some more phone games. Try out. The Billy server's really slow, so playing this in the meantime.
いざや尋常に勝負せい。
敵将討ち取ったぞ。
ここは私が。
ここで死んでは宙を尽くせぬ。
受けてみろ。私とてもののふなのだ。
振るはなんだか。
ここは私が。受けてみよ。
わしが参ろう。
受けてみよ。この調子ならしのげそうだ。
俺がやる。
敵将討ち取ったり。
かなう相手ではなかったか。わしと手合わせをしようもか。
ここは私が。
敵将討ち取ったぞ。
わしの役目はここまで。
急がず着実に。もはや耐えられないか。受けてみよ。余さず打ち取ってやろう。
俺がやる。この俺を止めようとて無駄よ。
受けてみよ。受けてみよ。敵将討ち取ったり。
俺がやる。
かなう相手ではなかったか。
敵だ。よしぶっ飛ばす。
敵将討ち取ったぞ。
畜生覚えとけよ。
何度でもかかってくるがいい。
反信長勢力を煽り包囲網。
俺のやり方見せてやろう。
Don't have the best selection here. His selection is
役に立つか
not
ら
the
な
best.
親父。
Poor Hideyoshi, man. He is just awful in this game. He's like completely unplayable. I don't know what they were thinking. Let's make this aerial focused moveset, which sounds great on paper until you actually play it. Realize that the excessive amount that the AI takes out of combos makes them essentially useless.
「逃がしはせんぞ。この利根坂で義景を討ち朝倉を葬るのだ。」
もはや勝機は逸しました。急ぎ一条谷まで撤退し再起を図るのです。織田勢の追撃を食い止めよ。
やれるものならやってみよう。後輩より敵が現れぬとも限らん。本陣は油断なく守りを固めておく。信長殿は正面より朝倉を追っている。ならば俺は側面より進み攻撃を狙おう。
討ち死に。
織田の勢いが止まらぬ。義景様の撤退まで少しでも時を稼がねば。開門。道は開けた。者ども義景を追え。
憎き信長の好きにはさせぬ。織田勢を一条谷城に近づけるな。
朝倉の命運は月とも同じ。我らは織田に味方する。開門。討ち死に。討ち死に。討ち死に。
この俺を止めようとて無駄よ。さすがは義景。守りの硬さは大したものだ。さてどう攻めたものか。
こんな時こそ俺たちが頑張らねえとな。忍びなら城門を開けるくらい簡単だぜ。
開門。
誰だ。勝手に城門を開けたのは。
敵を放っとくわけにはいかねえな。俺がコテンパンにのしてやれ。
討ち死に。
分かったぜ。
父上。 ちはなりませんでした。
討ち死に
辰興殿、さぞや無念でしょう。
今が好機。一気に一条谷城を攻めろ。
開門
越前の者たちが織田の犠牲に。もはやこれまで一戦交えて潔く散りましょう。
開門
古き断りに縛られた者が新たな世は語れぬ。天下一心のため朝倉は滅ぶほかない。
討ち死に
剣心、聖堂を汚す者たちを討つべく推賛。なんと剣心殿に来ていただけるとは。越前の命運まだ尽きてはいないようですね。
上杉謙信、としても邪魔立てするか。攻撃されては厄介だ。急ぎ上杉勢を止めろ。
開門勝利条件変更。
織田勢が一条谷に向かっている今が好機。全軍織田本陣を吸収せよ。
謙信と成功法で当たるのは得策ではない。先に上杉の兵力を削っておけ。
ここまでのようですね。越前に安寧のあらんことを。
Make me go all the way back. Classic Muso. She's just gonna have to take care of it. Taking too long to get over there. I wish this just did not have the horse.
もはや負けた者と諦め
Muso games that don't have the horse
上
are
杉
like
が共にあれ
always better.
ば信長を討てるかもしれぬ。
Greatly prefer when they just don't bother with the horse. Your character just runs fast.
軍神と称されし謙信殿がいる。織田勢などに
I
昼
feel
に
like
は
they
死
should
ぬ
not
ぞ。
bother with the horse.
討ち死に耐えきれん聞かせてもらう。
敵将ぶっ飛ばした。
叶う相手ではなかったか。
よっ、お手柄じゃねえか。
He's back over here. How did he get over there so fast?
であるか。
よし
I'm trying the Chinese version of Knights of Valor. There was another beat 'em up I found too.
一条谷城より戻ってくる織田勢を迎え撃つ。
Because the version of Knights of Valor I play is the I guess it's the Southeast Asian version, which is why it has such terrible English.
倒しても
I want to see what's different over
上
there.
杉勢が
So I've actually really been enjoying that game. I like how they hype up these guys, but you just jump over them.
敵将討ち取ったぞ。上々の戦果。
Officer over here.
あなたならば当然か。力及ばずか。
任せろ。
You go over there.
である。
助立ちあらばしのげよう。上杉の者どもかかってまいれ。よう駆けつけてくれた。嬉しいぞ。
へへ、どんなもんや。
意地は見せたわ。もうよかろう。叶う相手ではなかったか。
俺がやる。
よし上杉勢を押し戻すぞ。
上杉の固い守りも鉄砲でなら崩せよう。鉄砲隊を出せ。
織田は何やら企てている。打ち払え。
せろ。
こちらの動きに気づいた。
任せろ。
邪魔はさせるな。出てきた敵を撃て。
朝倉の軟弱な武者どもなど織田の敵ではないわ。援軍を得た今こそ反撃の好機とはいえ勢いのある織田勢をどう攻めたものか。開門討ち死に行け。織田勢を上杉本陣に近づけるな。
I'm not liking Samurai Warriors 5 before. I've already gone into length about its problems. Played this on the Japanese version. The only reason I'm playing this again is for mods. This game is very one-dimensional. It's just nothing but story. There's no end game.
どんなもんよ。
意地は見せたわ。
There's too much story.
よかろう。やるではないか。ここは引くほかあるまい。
敵将討ち取ったぞ。
I think I did some grinding in Citadel mode to get this done faster. It's just the problem is after I get this done, there's nothing left because there's no end game in this. Game has 0 end game content. I hope the DLC will help, but I really think DLC can fix the problems of this game. They went out of their way to make sure it doesn't, because they didn't declone
上
anybody.
杉本陣を守る砦か。ちょうどいい。砦
Would have at least been a band-aid on the issue.
お見事にござった。
Nope, the DLC is mostly horse armor tier.
この信長こそが天下無双よ。
DLC was like $40 too. There is no end game in this. There's nothing.
任せろ。
Once you beat the story, you're done with the game.
こ
There's
の
nothing
俺を
left.
止めようとて無駄よ。
上杉兵とて恐れるに足りぬぞ。
敵将ぶっ飛ばした。
かなう相手ではなかったか。聖堂より外れし者。情けはかけぬぜ。
少子古臭い聖堂とやらを抱えてさっさと滅ぶがいい。
シャニムに突き進むか。愚かなり。
This game is completely fine if you just wanna interact with the story. It's completely fine. But if you don't play Muso games for the story, which is probably like 70% of the people that play these kinds of games, or you like the story but you also like in-game content with your favorite characters, then this game really doesn't have much to offer. There's a lot of story, so if you're into narrative and stuff, this game delivers. I can't comment on the quality of the story because I skipped most of it, but if that's what you want, this game's completely fine.
俺をうつけと侮ったか。
なんと見事な。
They're probably gonna do like an expansion to this like next year or something. Probably fix those problems. Reminds me a lot of Warriors Orochi 4 vanilla. That game had no endgame content either, which was arguably worse than this because they had like 150 characters in the game. And there was nothing to use it on. Vanilla Warriors Orochi 4 was devoid of endgame content too.
お前の覚悟見届けたぞ。もう戻ることはできない。
But they relatively fixed that in Ultimate. They didn't do as good of a job as they could have, but you know, at least he had something to grind for, and he had an incentive to use all the characters and stuff. In this game, there's nothing of the sort. You really just don't have anything to do once you finish the story. If you rush through the story in this game, you'll finish it pretty quickly, and it's just like not really a whole lot else to do. But that might not bother some people. I mean, it really depends on what you like, what you aim for in these kinds of games. You know, for me, I'm all in it for the gameplay. I don't play these games for the story at all, so in that aspect, it's very disappointing. I mean, for some people it might be a good thing that you can see everything in that game with minimal time investment. Muso games are really weird because you either put, like, an infinite amount of time into them, or they're like other ones where you can see everything they have to offer in a couple hours, and there's no real reason to keep playing. And that's kind of how this game is. It's exactly how this game is. It's definitely the Muso game for people who like Muso games but don't have the time or the passion or the motivation to grind them out for like 300 hours. It is the perfect Muso game if that's what you want, but you know, the average person who plays these, they want the grind. They want interesting stuff to grind for, and lots of movesets to play with, and interesting gear. And the game does not deliver at all in any of those things. I'm going to play some more Samurai Warriors in a bit. I just wanted to check these out. These finished downloading. Oh, wait, hold on. I might have to censor myself here. Give me a sec. I have to log into these things with my phone number, so I don't want you guys ordering pizzas on my behalf. Yeah, I did have to show my number. Yeah, I don't want somebody ordering, taking my number and ordering a bunch of anchovy and pineapple pizzas. Not on my watch. Sorry.
汉建安13年秋，曹操率军南征荆州，刘备被迫逃
Yeah,
亡。
if you pay for
混乱中与
anchovy
妻
and
儿
pineapple
失散
pizzas,
于
you're banned. If you pay for anchovy and pineapple pizzas and send them here, they will not get eaten. That would be a pretty epic shitpost. You guys don't know what I like on pizza, but that's like the polar opposite. Oh, this is crashing a lot. Alright, forget that one. I already played that on the English version. Let's try this one. Alright, I have to post my number again. Hold on. You log into these games with your phone number, so every time I try a new one, I have to censor myself. Alright, can I play? Oh, terms of service. Let's check this one out. This one looks like Dungeon Fighter. Alright, there's only one character choice here, this guy. Oh, never mind, he's not a martial artist. What the hell's this shit? Fuck that, man. He's a lame ass.
Oh, かかってきな。
This generic guy. Alright, how long to get into gameplay? Oh, the frame rate is terrible. The frame rate is really bad. I always like when these games don't let you get to the options until you beat a tutorial. Oh, this frame rate is offensive. What is this? Are you gonna give me a move now? I want to get to the options and make the frame rate better is what I want to do. We're getting more moves. Frame rate is tragic. Okay. Okay, please let me get to the options. Let's get to the options, please. My name is A. Yes. Legendary Warrior A. Okay, can I get to the options, please? Frame rate's dreadful. I don't understand why these games don't let you get to the options right away. Gotta do something about this frame rate. This feels awful. No, no forced tutorials, no. Fuck this game. I can't get to the options. Okay. One of these should be frame rate. I've played some games like this where it takes like 20 minutes to get to the options, which I can't even begin to understand because it's like, don't you want people to like get addicted to this shit? You want people to get it like hopelessly addicted, but like if their phone can't run it and you make them take 20 minutes before they can get to the options, there's probably gonna rage uninstall. It doesn't make any sense to me. You should let people get to the options right away. Alright. This game's pretty bad. Let's get the Dynasty Warriors game. Let me see if I can find that. Let's see if I can find it. I gotta find the APK for it. That game runs pretty bad on the phone. I'm hoping maybe I can try it out on here. It also has no controller support, which makes no sense to me. Alright, I know how to do this. Can't find QApp. Gotta love the massive variety you have on these platforms. Punishing Grey Raven looks pretty cool, but then you have like all these other games with generic anime girls. They all look exactly the same, or you can tell it's Western made when it looks like this, and it's some guy with his mouth open. Those are like the two types of games on here. It's like all they have. It's either generic anime girl or obvious Western developed guy with his mouth open, or zombies. Those are like the three things you have to choose from. All right, let's get the Dynasty Warriors game. I know people would be more interested in watching that probably. Now I'm gonna go back to Samurai Warriors. Alright, is this not gonna work? Or just don't work, it won't load the ad. Rare instance of an ad not working. Usually with this stuff, the ad always works. Yeah, that game was pretty terrible. That's uninstalled. that one didn't make the cut. At least it let me get into the options within like 10 minutes of gameplay. I definitely have played my fair share of those where you can't even get to the fucking options. The game like defaults to low settings, or it defaults the settings too high, so you can't like run it. I actually like this game. I've been playing this quite a bit. I've been playing this every day for a few weeks now. But on the emulator, it keeps crashing. Just wanted to see if there's anything different on here.
选择副本，点击进入战斗。
Well, I guess I can't play that either. That's weird because the English version works fine. It keeps wanting me to install QApp, which is not working on here for some reason. I won't get past this screen. I'll leave it here for a few seconds. Okay, I guess not. Well, that's not happening tonight. Sorry. I can't find an APK for it. That's not on some shady site. They want you to download their shitty app and watch all the ads. Like, I don't want to watch the ads. I'm trying to find another site that's got it. It doesn't feel that good anyway. I'll give you a spoiler. It doesn't feel all that great because you have cooldowns on everything. Cooldowns and Muso do not mix. That's a terrible combination. It runs pretty poorly too. I tried to run it on my phone and it was like a slideshow. I think the max you can get on that game is 30 FPS. Best endgame, Warriors Orochi 3, 4 Ultimate, Berserk, One Piece 3,
环形刺，落凤枪，横扫八荒，大鹏展翅，海鹤亮翅，晴天霹雳，飞虎出动，来呀！大鹏展翅，海鹤亮翅，日月双华，环形刺。横扫八荒，
苍龙坐脚，
金蝉脱壳，
人影刺
无
杀，
相幻剑，海鹤亮翅，大鹏展翅，
螺旋穿梭，
日月双华，
I don't do enough damage.
来呀！
Back to that later. I've been power crept. Doing shit for damage. Obviously, skill-wise, I'm capable of doing that, but stats-wise, I'm not.
今天又有很多福利呢。
吾乃常山赵子龙是也。吾乃常山。
祝你鸿运当头。
This game has a terrible server. actually very close to being able to do that. Let's skip some more.
大鹏展翅，刺剑，闪，地堂斩，野火燎原，嘿，
落凤枪，穿行刺，横扫八荒，黄龙怒啸，
刺，白鹤亮翅，呀，大鹏展翅，呀，嘿，呀，嘿，刺，闪，地堂斩，野火燎原，闪。
鹰旋长空，
嘿呀，大鹏展翅。白鹤亮翅，
落凤枪，横扫八荒，穿行刺，张角，黄龙怒啸，
闪，地堂斩，野火燎原，嘿，闪，
张灵剑，
嘿，刺，白鹤亮翅，呀，大鹏展翅，呀。日月双华，喂，哈，
穿行刺，落凤枪，
横扫八荒，闪！地堂斩，野火燎原，嘿！
张灵剑，
阴旋长空，地堂斩，野火燎原，刺！白鹤亮翅，呀！大鹏展翅，呀！
穿行刺，落凤枪，黄龙怒啸，
横扫八荒，闪！地堂斩，野火燎原，嘿！刺！白鹤亮翅，呀！大鹏展翅，呀！日月双华，我哈！
穿行刺，落凤枪，
横扫八荒，闪！地堂斩，野火燎原，嘿！闪！嘿！靠！嘿！刺！白鹤亮翅，呀！哈哈哈哈哈哈！嘿！白鹤亮翅，呀！大鹏展翅，呀！闪！地堂斩，野火燎原，嘿！
穿行刺，落凤枪，
横扫八荒，
呀，嘿，呀，
黄龙怒啸，
穿行刺，落凤枪，
横扫八荒，刺！白鹤亮翅，呀！大鹏展翅，刺！呀！闪！地堂斩，野火燎原，嘿！阴旋长空，闪！嘿！地堂斩，野火燎原，横扫八荒，
穿行刺，落凤枪，
刺！白鹤亮翅，呀！大鹏展翅。
That's as far as they let you get. I don't like the time gating in this game. It's a real blue ball. I'm really capable of clearing all that, like, right now, but make you wait. Like, nothing's stopping me from clearing all that right now, except the fact that they don't want me to. It's like basically it.
呀！大鹏展翅，呀！闪！地堂斩，野火燎原，嘿！
穿行刺，落凤枪，
横扫八荒，
张角金，
黄龙怒啸，
穿行刺，
刺！白鹤亮翅，呀！大鹏展翅，呀！闪！地堂斩，野火燎原，嘿！阴旋长空，
穿行刺，落凤枪，
Interesting thing about this game is it's cross-server with the Chinese version, so a lot of times you get people that are like completely maxed out, and they just clear everything in like 2 hits. Which I welcome. Normally I would not like that, I would like to just play by myself, but the netcode in this game is pretty bad. So, like, they put out a raid a couple days ago for this version, and I don't think anybody has even had to clear it legitimately, because you get matched with the Chinese players, and they have characters like 8 times more powerful than ours. I have not had to do anything in that raid. It's actually really nice that they did that, because it means that, you know, even if this version of the game doesn't have that many people playing, you're not gonna have the usual population problems, but you can't even enjoy the endgame content, because people can already, like, 2-shot it from the Chinese version.
雷动九天，嘿，嘿，雷动九天，贺令制，地堂斩，野火燎原，下血，阴旋长空，地堂斩，刺，贺令制，野火燎原，刺。 雷动九天，贺令制，贺令制，大鹏展翅，日月贺令制，刺，
There you go, you got carried. I think that's it for this. Let's see. I'm not gonna bother getting the, what's it called? The Dynasty Warriors game. It's really not that great. The cooldown kills it. Like, Muso and cooldown do not mix. That's a terrible combination. I'll try to get it some other time. I don't know why they couldn't have just done it like Pinnacle of Combat, but Pinnacle of Combat is a cut above all these other games, because it actually just has actual action game combat. No cooldowns. This game almost has no cooldowns, but then you get the dodge cooldown really sucks. You feel pretty blue-balled when you can't dodge.
末は僕が生産した弾道から逃げられるものなどいません。今回も完璧な車線でした。
グレンは咲き乱れています。私の手の
私が全て処理する。
グレンは咲き乱れています。グレンは咲き乱れています。グレンで全てを集結させる。
私と私に消える。出撃だ。私に傷をつけるとはいい腕をしているな。刃の意志は万物を切り裂く。ゾウさんがいる。
グレンは咲き乱れています。グレンで全てを集結させる。
粉々にしてやるぜ。はあ、気持ちよかった。
グレンは咲き乱れています。私の手にあるのはグレンで全てを集結させる。
粉々にしてやるぜ。
私が全て処理する。
今回も良かったが、今度はもっと綿密な作戦を立てよう。
Alright, next up after this is the gatekeeper level. See if I get past it.
グレンは咲き乱れています。私の可能は全ての障害を焼き尽くします。出撃します。
取るに足りない。私に傷をつけるといい腕をしているな。
了解。出撃だ。
指揮官、すまない。もう持たない。
グレンで全てを集結させる。大丈夫です。
してやるぜ。
出撃します。
造作もない。今回も良かったが、今度はもっと綿密な作戦を立てよう。指揮官、すまない。もう持たない。
グレンは咲き乱れています。グレンは咲き乱れています。
私が全て処理する。
大丈夫です。
私が全て処理する。
See why this is the gatekeeper. Gotta break that shield. Doesn't seem too bad though. I think I can do it. I don't remember this being a challenge on the Chinese version, but they give you a lot more rewards on that one versus this. You pretty much went through the story with like. On here it's a lot harder. You actually have to play the game. Heaven forbid you actually play the video game.
なんともないさ。お前ら粉々にしてやるぜ。面倒なら俺に。
私が全て処理する。
グレンは咲き乱れています。容赦しませんよ。
ゴルにされない。私に傷をつけるといい腕をしているな。
面倒なら俺に任せてくれ。
私が全て。
お前ら全て粉々にしてやるぜ。面倒なら俺に任せてくれ。
that bad. Why were people hyping that up so much?
お次
That
の
was
戦闘は
fun.
何ですか？
That was not that hard at all. It's just you can't abuse witch time because that boss attacks in very quick succession. It does like big combo attacks. All you have to do is just learn how to dodge without witch time. You're only going to be able to use witch time for like one of those attacks pretty much. The rest is just dodging. That wasn't that bad at all. I don't know if that's just because I did grinding or what, but that was not that hard. People were like really struggling with that.
容赦しませんよ。
This, on the other hand, I might struggle with.
私の剣の本
私が全て処理する。
粉々にしてやるぜ。
Never mind. She went down pretty fast too.
気持ちよかっ
I'm gonna
た。
record that other fight. That was really fun. I liked it. Nice challenge. Humanoid boss fights in this are as janky as you'd expect, because of how many particle effects there are and how small their bodies are.
グレンは咲き乱れています。
That big priest thing was pretty easy to read.
私の剣
Large enough body to read its attacks.
私が全て処理する。
戦闘なら俺に任せ。
取るに足りない。取るに足りない。
撃だ。
グレンは咲き乱れています。グレンは咲き乱れています。グレンで全てを集結させる。
粉々にしてやるぜ。俺は負けねえ。
取るに足りない。取るに足りない。私に消す。刃の意志は万物を切り裂く。
グレンは咲き乱れています。戦闘終了。お次の戦闘は何ですか？ 大丈夫です。容赦しませんよ。
私が全て処理する。
なんとかない
Timing on that's really tight.
戦闘なら俺に任せてくれ。
グレンは咲き乱れています。グレンで全てを集結させる。大丈夫です。
取るに足りない。 私に傷をつけるとはいい腕をしている。取るに足りない。
出撃します。
なんともないぞ。お前ら粉々にしてやるぜ。
私に傷をつけるといい腕をしていた。今回も良かったが、今度はもっと綿密な作戦を立てよう。
グレンは咲き乱れています。大丈夫。
取るに足りない。取るに足りない。
ルシア、出撃します。グレンは咲き乱れています。グレンで全てを集結させる。私の剣の炎は全ての障害を焼き尽くします。私の剣の炎はより
私が全て処理する。
戦闘なら俺に任せてくれ。お前ら粉々にしてやるぜ。
グレンは咲き乱れています。グレンで全てをさせる。容赦しませんよ。
取るに足りない。
出撃だ。
刃の意志は万物を切り裂く。
Damn, that was a clean run. I love this
今
game.
回も良かったが、今度はもっと綿密な作戦を立てよう。
Mobile games aren't bad. It's just 99% of them have no gameplay. They're just casinos where JPEGs battle each other with very poor skeletal animation. There is some good stuff on this platform. I'm glad I opened up to trying some stuff on here. Hopefully a lot of garbage, but good stuff's relatively easy to find. This is definitely one of the best ones. Just finding anything blindly on this platform is even worse than Steam. Steam's pretty bad with that, yes, but this platform is way worse. It's just 99% of the games are the exact same thing. Generic anime girls with bad turn-based combat and cheap
グ
flash
レンは咲
animation.
き乱れています。
There's like thousands of those games. But if you look hard enough, you can find good stuff like this. It's just you need to have somebody else do it for you. Trying to sift through all the garbage on here is worse than Steam, actually. Because it's all free to play, so there's no barrier of entry.
戦闘終了。お次の戦闘は何ですか？
いつでも戦う準備。
私の手の炎はすっすべき。
今回も良かったが、今度はもっと綿密な作戦を立てよう。今回も良かったが、今度はもっと綿密な作戦を立てよう。
容赦しませんよ。
処理。
俺は負けね
ゴールにされない。
グレンは咲き乱れている。グレンで全てを集結させる。戦闘終了。お次の戦闘は何ですか？
next goal is to get to 50. In fact, I think I'm gonna do that and just gonna auto clear it. Hop off this game for now. Yeah, I think that's it on here for today. Oh, this thing is... Alright, well, I think I'll go back to Samurai Warriors now. It's pretty much all the service game stuff done. Yeah, let's back out of there. That was fun. Little variety on the channel. Some new stuff to play. I'm really liking Punishing Grey Raven. I've already played it before, but I'm not language barriered anymore, which does help, obviously. It's actually a considerable amount of reading in that game, from like the events to the stuff that you equip. There's actually a deceptive amount of reading in that game. I got tired of having to use the translator app like every 5 minutes of gameplay. The Chinese server's a lot better though. I'm glad I got past that roadblock after one try. It only took 2 tries to get past that boss. It's just that boss has too much health if you're not grinding a bunch, so you kind of have to actually learn how to dodge the attacks. A lot of the other enemies in the beginning, they melt after you get like one witch time. But that boss, you can't abuse it, and it was attacking multiple times. It wasn't attacking once and then just standing there.
俺のやり方見せてやろう。
役に立つからな。
浅井をこの地で滅ぼす。二手に分かれ本丸まで進軍するぞ。長政殿に俺の覚悟を示す。
I think Witch Time and Punishing Grey Raven is better than
阻ませはしない。
Witch Time and Bayonetta. You get a lot of buffs from being in Witch Time. At the same time, it's got a really long cooldown, so you can't abuse it. You get later in the game, you have to actually learn how to dodge attacks. You can't just spam Witch Time. But compared to Bayonetta, you have to, you don't have to learn which attacks give you Witch Time. Everything will give you Witch Time as long as the cooldown's not expired.
兵を指揮する俺と光秀。いずれが引いてもこの戦敵方の勝利と思う。
目指すは圧勝というわけか。味方の戦力がそがれても圧勝とは言えねえな。敵兵はあらかた片付いてた。よし、砦に火をかけろ。開門。
砦の制圧になったようだ。進軍を再開する。開門。
敵だ。よし、ぶっ飛ばす。
もっと派手に燃やしてやろう。登録兵を出せ。開門。開門。 他にも手頃な砦があるじゃない。じゃんじゃん燃やしていくぞ。
よし、あの砦を攻めるぞ。少しでも親父の役に立たねえと。エロ全力。
この砦を落とすのが我らの役目。ご助力を願いたい。
クール君、夢のため僕は俺が食い止める。
討ち死に討ち死に討ち死に。
砦は落とせたな。
俺がやる。
分かったぜ。忍びのみんなはここを拠点に使ってくれ。
よし、この間な、火をつけろ。
開門。
織田の軍勢が近づいてきた。これ以上進ませるわけにはいかない。
開門。討ち死に。
この俺を止めようとて無駄よ。
ここを絶対に通さない。兄様の思い通りにはさせないんだから。
騒いだ。壊してくれ。
一、無事か。俺も共に戦うぞ。
敵を押し返そう。
やはり二手に分かれて攻めてきたな。地の利は俺たちにある。敵の背後をつけ。
任せろ。
別動隊が狙われているようだ。捨ておくわけにはいくまい。
私は諦めない。必ず兄様に勝ってみせる。
織田の者ども、ここを抜けたくばに柴田を倒していけ。我らの出番だ。敵をかく乱せよ。討ち死に。
俺に会ったのが運の好きだ。
敵将ぶっ飛ばした。
俺がやる。
戦果を上げたか。引き続き励めよ。
この俺を止めようとて無駄よ。壊してくれる。
さすがに強い。だがまだ負けたわけじゃねえ。
開門。
Yeah,
本丸への道が開い
I'm
た。
an old school DFO player,
進軍する
so
ぞ。
all DFO boomers have a raging hard-on for attack speed. Did you find out if any of those weapon elements actually, those unused ones? That's what I'm most interested in.
援軍を呼び込むのに手頃な砦だ。急ぎ落としてしまわねば。
Played a nice variety of games tonight.
尋常に勝負いたせ。 参ろうぞ。
It didn't change anything. That's a bummer.
見事
This game definitely needs some build variety. Build variety in this game is a joke. Nothing really interesting to grind for. That's what I was most excited for, is I've already played through this game. This game is devoid of in-game content.
俺がやる。
これより我らも参戦いたす。
敵将討ち取ったぞ。
耐えきれん。聞かせてもらう。
なんと目覚ましきご活躍。敵の増援が南へ向かった隙に前線を押し上げるぞ。火をかけて進め。開門。
Maybe they're gonna add those in the DLC or something. That season pass is, I don't know the word for it besides, it's gotta be some kind of cruel joke. There's like nothing of worth in that season pass at all. And maybe those unused ones are gonna be elements that they add in the second wave. They're only doing 2 waves of DLC. One that came out in Japan earlier this week, a couple days ago. And there's gonna be one more next month. And then they're just done with this game. So that leads me to believe that they're gonna make another version of this. Probably like next year. Really just need to give this game an end game and less clones, and I think it would be completely fine. It's not going to take them too much effort to do that, so I assume that's why this game is kind of being abandoned pretty fast. 2 months of support. They supported Dynasty Warriors 9 for like over 2 years pretty much. This is only going to get 2 months of support. I think they just wanted to get this out, and then the expansion's gonna have the stuff we want, like end-game content for one, less clones, probably more interesting stuff to put on the weapons. Cookie cutter builds in this just destroy everything with like no thought. They make it really easy to get weapons in this, but the ironic thing is that there's nothing to really use it on, so it's nice that you can do that, but by the time you can, you've already pretty much solved the game. Yeah, Rise is about a month away. I hope that game turns out better than I think it will. Had enough disappointment with this game. I don't know, it's hard to really judge Tales games. Because they get people that don't know how to play them, and then even if they do, and the off chance they get somebody who can actually play a video game, at least a Tales game, it's always like the beginning of the game. Tales games don't really open up battle system-wise until like the second or even third playthrough, depending on which Tales game it is. I don't want to pass judgment off what they've shown so far. I'm cautiously optimistic. No, I don't play that game anymore. I retired it. I might come back to it later. But for now, it's retired. I found other shit to play. Pinnacle of Combat, Knights of Valor, Punishing Grey Raven. I had to start dropping all those service games, ones I wasn't really playing. Pretty much quit KOF too. But I'm enjoying the ones I'm playing now a lot more. Yes.
もはや何も言うまい。行くぞ。一、おいしと。その覚悟に俺も応えよう。目障りだ。
Yeah, I'm saving up for Alpha because I had Alpha on the Chinese version, and I went into that game like completely blind, so I didn't know that was like a busted character. I have her on the Chinese version. I'm saving up for her right now, but I get paid like the day that she comes out, so I might cash if I have to. I've really been enjoying that game. Probably one of the best service games I've played next to Pinnacle of Combat.
これはあんたに下る気はねえ。絶対にだ。
どこまでも愚直なやつだ。長政、ここで決着をつけさせてもらうぞ。
光秀、お前もようやく腹をくくったようだ。ならば遠慮なく行くぞ。
お互いに己が信じる正しきことのため全力で戦う。長政殿。
吉影様、一、勝家、俺は最後まで抗ってみせる。
この信長こそが天下無双よ。壊してくれる。ここまで。
Yeah, the monetization is very bad. That's not a lie. The monetization is terrible. But I'm sure they're gonna relax it later on. I don't know, the base moveset is enough for like most of the weapons. At the same time, there are some that are really great for utility. Some of the other legendaries are just like, this is a cool attack. It doesn't really you know, neuter you too much if you don't have it.
天下一神をなすまで歩みを止めてはならぬ。それが俺たちのなすべき。
Yeah, let's time skip and lose all our personality. And then Nobunaga turns into somebody that doesn't even look like the same person.
くすぶる火種は余さず絶やさねばならぬ。たとえ天馬と揶揄されようとも、俺は徹底的に乱世を壊す。たとえその過程で無垢な花がすすけようとも、それでも先の世に希望をつなぐことはできる。
Have no personality. Let's fight for a world with no clone movesets. How about that?
正しきを貫く。
Yeah.
そのために俺は
End the chaos of half the cast being cloned, please. End the chaos of that bunk ass Naginata moveset that
天
doesn't
下一
work.
新をなすため
That's the chaos that needs to be
その
ended.
後俺にも背負わせてくれ
Let's cross
俺を鳴
swords.
らせばもう戻れぬぞ。
覚悟の上だ
No more clone movesets.
で、あるか。
Yes, let's fight for endgame content. Now Nobunaga's gonna turn into a cosplayer. A Nobunaga cosplayer with like 10% of his personality. Alright, good, I can rank this up now.
今日はいかがなさいますか。またいつでもと。
ああ、いらっしゃい。またのお越しを。
いらっしゃいませ。毎度ありがとうございます。毎度ありがとうございます。毎度ありがとうございます。毎度ありがとうございます。毎度ありがとうございます。ありがとうございました。
なあ、いらっしゃい。
Alright, need to get the blacksmith up.
またのお越しを。
I don't know why your comments are being withheld. What the hell? I'm not doing anything bad. There you go.
Ore no yarikata.
役に立つからな、親父。
この地、やすやすとは渡さんぞ。
親父、俺頑張るからな。
They can't make a Warriors Orochi 5 for a long ass time. They have exhausted all content they could use. They've exhausted all content they could use for that. Because for whatever reason, both latest installments in the Dynasty and Samurai franchises have a fuck ton of clones, so they can't make one. They probably want to. That shit prints money, but the latest installments of these games have like half the cast clone, which doesn't really work for an ensemble cast game, crossover game, ensemble cast, whatever you want to call it.
Let's
俺がやる。
聞かせていただこう。
この俺を止めようとて無駄よ。
いざ進まん。
俺がやる。
Yeah. I can't believe they hard rebooted this entire franchise, but then have 15 movesets for like 40 characters. That defeats the purpose of a reboot to me. I expect a reboot to be like, you know, everything is redone, the combat, like, the character designs and stuff, but in this game it's just like, the characters got redone, yes. Combat did not get redone, they're just kind of using the same shit they've been using for like 20 years now. The movesets got partially redone, but most of them aren't good. Ones that are like way more fun to play. They actually feel functional. Then you have shit like the Naginata, which like does not work at all. They must have given this game like no budget and no dev time. I think this game got like $5 and some expired cat food to be made with, and they got interns to make it. The interns had some good ideas, but this game fails to deliver in a lot of ways. It's not even a good reboot because there's so many clones, and they didn't take the opportunity to like completely redo the combat. You're still using the old-ass charge system. Like, why don't you take a hint from the Sara? You know, Basara did a hard reboot. But they took the opportunity to like completely change the combat. This is just like the same thing again. With a couple extra things tacked on that are nice, I'll give it that, but if you're gonna redo everything from scratch, you should redo everything from scratch, not half of it. You made half the movesets, and you changed the combat, like, slightly, but still basically the same thing. Now they're gonna have another, like, 5 games to declone everybody. I'm gonna be, like, freaking 50 by that point. Like, what's the point of the NPCs being playable? I don't understand the point of them being playable when they're all just clones. There's no reason to play as them at all. Outside of the one that you like, the one that has the not terrible moveset. Everybody else is pointless. It's Fire Emblem Muso all over again. Fire Emblem Muso is the exact same problem. It's like, okay, I don't like the bow moveset. I don't like the bow moveset, but there's 5 characters that use it, so that's like 25% of the roster I will never touch. And people like actually defended the clones and stuff. It's like, oh, it's because of the class system. I'm like, fuck the class system. There's no excuse for 5 characters having the exact same moveset with absolutely no differences. The only thing that set them apart besides obvious stuff like their, their character model and their voice was their stats and the passive that they had. The stats made no difference at all. There's like, you can find whole videos about which clone is the best. I'm like, dude, I don't care about who has 12 more points of luck. It's the same damn character. It's the same character. The 5 points of luck makes absolutely no difference. You can make the most busted builds in that game. Like, it makes no difference at all. I don't care who has 31 strength over 36 luck. Like, it's the same fucking thing. At least Samurai Warriors 5, they do have some unique attacks, but it has the trappings of having clones, where it's like one clone is way better than all the others. So, if you have 4 people that share the same moveset, but one of them has clones, then, or like, one of them has good moves and the others have shit moves, then the other characters are pointless to play as. That was a problem in Dynasty Warriors 9 as well. You had, like, one character that had really good unique attacks, and it rendered all the other ones not worth playing. There was never worth playing as them. like that. It changed a lot in this game. Oh, new stuff got added. Hey, let's try some of these. What's this? That's pretty cool. Actually, I really like that a lot. That's a good gap closer. Huh. No new items. I'm too tired to play that right now, but that got updated today. They dropped a random update. Problem was that it killed all my mods, so I'm like, yeah, I like playing that game more with mods because you can customize it a lot more. Kind of a bummer when you can't. The mods all got broken because the game updated. Yeah, Warriors Orochi 4 suffers from old-ass movesets. It is unfortunate that they cannot make another Orochi because they have too many characters to declone now. They've got to declone like 80 characters. They need to do like 50. They need to do like 50 declones on the Dynasty Warrior side, and then they need to do like 25 to 30 of them on the 50 on Dynasty Warrior side, and then like 25 to 30 on the Samurai Warrior side before they can make another one. It's been really hard to be a Musou fan lately. That's why I've been playing a lot of other stuff. I love Musou games to death, but that genre has been in a really sorry state lately. They're just putting out games that just feel like they're half done. They're missing like very glaring things like unique movesets for one, endgame content, just like overall polish and quality of life is just like completely gone. And it just feels like it's not going to change because they don't make any money off the mainline games. It's all the collaboration, the published stuff, like Hyrule Warriors is what makes all the money. Dynasty and Samurai, they don't make any money anymore. And the suits of the company don't want to give the people that actually make the games any time or resources to actually make them. Which is why Samurai Warriors 5 feels so half-finished. Apparently they got the younger team to make it, and that would probably explain a lot, but it's very obvious it had, like, a very short dev cycle and probably no money, no budget. It's just disappointing because they could have done so much more with that reboot. They could have completely revamped the combat and cut the roster down to the point where they could do that, which they didn't do. They cut out a ton of characters, but then the combat is like mostly the same, and then like almost everybody is a clone. And then to make things worse, they inflate the roster with the unique NPCs, and I don't see why they need to be playable at all. Like, why don't you take them out and make sure that the initial 28 characters are like actually unique, and give the moveset designers enough time to like actually make all the weapons fun instead of like half of them. It's just disappointing. I honestly feel frustrated just every time I play that game because it could have been like on par with Basara, but there was not enough time and and money and expertise on board to like actually do it. I mean, the game functions, it turns on and it works, but I mean, for a reboot, I was expecting a hell of a lot more because we've seen what reboots can do for Muso games with Basara, and they just completely failed to get anywhere even close to that. And the fact that they have so many clones to mess with now, people to declone, means that they can't make the combat much better. It's just a mess. It really is. It's a shame, really. That's why I have so many other like genres of games to look forward to. I have beat 'em ups and shmups and character action games and service games and stuff to play. I'm not really too worried about it, but as somebody who's been around since the beginning, it just feels like half of a game. It feels like it's an early access. But the problem is it's not. It's a full price $60 game. And they're promoting it as this reboot, and it's like it's not really much of a reboot. You had to do everything from scratch, and you didn't even manage to do that properly. They could have done so much more with that game, considering that they had to do everything from scratch, but it just feels half-baked. It definitely does feel like early access. Because I played a lot of early access games, and they feel a lot like Samurai Warriors 5. Like, they have the foundation set, and they've got a decent amount of content, but then, like, as you get farther into it, it feels like what's in there is, like, not really well polished or well made. But the problem is that it's not early access, it's full release, so you have to wait another year or whatever for them to do Samurai Warriors 5-2 or whatever it is they're going to do. It's pretty obvious that they are going to do that because they're dropping support for Samurai Warriors 5 next month. The game's only getting 2 months of support. It came out in June. In Japan, and the DLC batch 1 was like last week, I think. And then I think about a month from now is when the second one comes out, and then they're done. It's very rare for them to kill off a game that quickly. Ever since the PS3, they generally support their games for like at least a year, 6 months to a year. But this game's getting killed off in 2 months, which makes me feel like they didn't have much confidence in it, or either that, or they're already working on the next one. Samurai Warriors 5-2 is probably gonna drop like a year from now, and they'll probably like declone like maybe like 8 of the characters or whatever, and they'll add like a real endgame mode or something. That's my prediction. It seems like that's probably what's going to happen. Because they have not killed support for a Muso game that fast, and I can't remember the last time they did. Like, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity has been out for like almost a year, and that's still got 1 DLC pack left. Dynasty Warriors 9 got supported for like over 2 years. They supported that game for a long time. Whether you like that game or not is irrelevant. The thing that matters is that they didn't abandon the game. They stuck around for a long time, and they fixed as much as they could. Obviously, there's things like all the clone movesets and the dead open world and stuff that can't be fixed with patches, but they added a lot to that game, and I feel like people always forget that. They just say that the game sucks. It's like, yeah, the game's not great, but you can't deny that they did what they could to fix it. You know, they obviously had like no money, and they had a skeleton crew working on the game, but they added a ton to that. They were updating it every month for like over a year. So the fact that Samurai Warriors 5 is getting abandoned, they're dropping support after 2 months, tells me 2 things. The first is that they don't have any faith in it, and the second is that they're probably already working on an expansion. Oh, that's my thoughts on it. So I keep getting asked about it. I don't like repeating myself, but everybody keeps asking my opinion. I'm like, there you go. That's my opinion. Like, they supported Pirate Warriors 4 for, like, 10 months. 9-10 months. They put out 3 characters every 3 months. Now, the quality of that DLC is up for debate, because Pirate Warriors 4 is a game you can finish in, like, you can get the Platinum Trophy, or the Steam equivalent, in, like, 40-50 hours, which for a Muso game is nothing. But they didn't abandon that game. It's just the problem with Pirate Warriors 4 is they didn't add anything to use those characters on, so... It's nice that they didn't just ditch the game like what they're doing with Samurai Warriors 5, but... It wasn't really done in the best way. But even that game got 9 months of support. I can't think of any recent modern Muso game where they've killed support that quickly. It's pretty telling. It's really hard getting excited for Samurai Warriors 5's DLC when the DLC for this is like $7 and it adds way more content. 3 whole new characters, a whole new mode, a new moveset for everybody, full training mode, a new difficulty. Well, some of that is the free update, but still. This is made by like a team with a fraction of the resources as a pretty big Japanese company like Koei Tecmo. But the DLC in this game puts a lot of DLC to shame. To the point where people have actually been asking them to charge more for it. In the Discord, they're like, give us a GoFundMe. I think this game proves that DLC is not inherently evil. It's just that a lot of times it is. You're not really paying for much. You're getting a shit deal, and it's all stuff that was like withheld. Good fight. That was a very clean fight. Only took like 3 combos to kill him. Oh, you bastard. That was almost good. Damn Garcia. Cramping my style, man. Doesn't help that it's 2 in the morning. I'm not playing very well. That's how you punish the goldies. You do his forward special right when they're about to dive kick you. Basically group all of them up for you too. Damn it. Dropped it. He wouldn't pick up the burger. Worst Big Ben fight I've done in a long time. I think that's gonna do it for tonight. It's already 2 in the morning, and I gotta take my meds. The meds don't kick in for like half an hour. I'm supposed to be going to my neighbor's house for a little hot dog party. She's gonna be buying a bunch of hot dogs and stuff, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm gonna get some rest for that. I will catch you guys. I might stream in the morning if I wake up, but I've already done most of my service game stuff, so I'll probably play Streets 4 and Samurai 5. That sounds pretty good. Kind of what I did tonight, minus the service game stuff, because none of those games reset until the afternoon. None of those games reset until like noon and 1 and stuff, so yeah, I feel like doing a full Streets 4 run. I don't feel like doing one right now. I'm pretty tired. I'll try to finish Samurai Warriors 5 later today. Still like a chapter and a half left. I'll try to get through that. But I'm in no rush. I already beat the game on the Japanese version, so it's mostly just doing the prep time for mods, which I think mods will be coming sooner than we think, because the Chinese players and the Korean players, they always mod the shit out of Musou games. So yeah, I definitely want to do some Streets 4. I want to do a Max run and I want to do a Shiva run. So yeah, Streets 4 and Samurai 5 at some point later today. I don't know when. Probably in the afternoon or post my kitty sitting job, or in the morning. We'll see how I feel. You know, my cat died a couple days ago, so I'm still kind of like recovering from that. Mentally, it's really messed with me. I've been pretty depressed and stuff, so when you're depressed, you sleep a lot. You sleep like a cat, so I will do what I can with what I've got. I'll catch you guys later.